Welcome to this lovely birthday collab for Cassie from Epiphany Creations. We've come together today and we are celebrating Cassie's birthday. So happy birthday, Cassie! Today I'm starting it off, and then afterwards we have the wonderful bubbles from Venom Fluid Art, and then followed by the sweet Christy from Creations by Christy, and then we have Michael from Michael's Making Art, and then the birthday girl, Cassie. So let's get this party started. Woo! Let's see what was created. So today we had a ring pour and swipe birthday collab given to us as a challenge from Cassie for her birthday today, and we all had a little dance just for Cassie. So here's a bit of a glimpse of the colours. Really enjoyed using all these different colours today. There's quite a range of golds and reds and a bit of blue. A couple of these colours were mixed together from previous pours, so I had quite a lot of fun with them today. So here is the beginning of the ring pour and swipe, something I've never done before, so really enjoyed this new challenge and definitely will be revisiting it. So this canvas was used yesterday or the day before. I did this pour and I was doing a copper experimentation, as you can see, so I scraped it all off and started again. So I'm starting now with the Amsterdam Lamp Black. It really is one of those blacks that just shines and shows wonderful reflection. It's a wonderful cell activator as well. So I'm just making sure that all the paint's just dripping off nicely. It's not too much paint. This is going to be the base so that the paints on top of it can flow. And not having done a ring pour before, this is quite an experiment, and I'm really interested at this stage to know exactly how the paints are going to play together, especially as some of the paints were previous pours mixed together. So I'm just now making sure that all that black is covered on the sides at the top, and now I'm going to pour. So at the beginning, bottom of that pot there was the antique gold, the garnet red, then the pearl white, the burnt umber, then the gold limit, lamp black, cadmium red, and we've got some more layers now. So I'm just going to layer these colours up and see how they land. I really do like that burnt umber. I'm going to use that a lot more. It's quite a chocolatey feel to it. Okay, so here goes. I must just say at this stage, it started off as a ring pour, but then as the white came out, I thought, oh, I'm going to go across the canvas with it. And so part of it is a ring pour and part of it is a pour. I just went with design and I really enjoyed how the paints were playing. So at this stage I thought, right, okay, so I'm going to tilt the canvas and see how the design is going to be. And I just want to make sure that those corners are nicely covered with the lamp black, and a little bit of a line of lamp black there at the bottom to help again with the flow of the design. So I'm being really careful at this stage not to tilt too harshly or too quickly to one side or the other. I'm beginning to like how the design is forming and how the titanium white is playing with that gold. I'm really enjoying this gold. What do you think about this gold, and have you used it before? It's a Daler Rowney, and I was actually bought it as a birthday present. I thought, oh, I'm not sure about that. It doesn't seem to glitter or glimmer, or it didn't have too much about it, but I played with it a bit and I thought, my goodness, actually it's really quite bold and it plays really nicely with all the other colours. It's really compatible. It's very reasonable price-wise as well. So I've now layered the last bit of the lamp black. Again, the base colour is there for the flow of the other paints, and it's very slightly thinner than the rest of the paints today. I do that quite a lot with the base colour, just make it very slightly thinner. So when I do my initial drip test, I like to see the pace of which the paints drip down to see how they blend together, and I do them side by side, and then I do them on top of each other to see how when they blend what happens before I do a painting. So here is my kind of ring pour, and I'm just thinking now there's a tiny bit of that blue that I haven't used yet that I'm going to use in a moment, but I wanted to use that for the base of the swipe that's going to come up in a minute. So I'm just really gently tilting the canvas, and can you see at the bottom, although I've tilted it, I've got the design I want, it's moving very slightly, but that's one of the things that happens. So you just got to be quite careful at this stage. So being very gentle, manoeuvring the canvas, and just filling in a bit of a gap there with the lamp black, and going across the middle. This is where I'm going to start putting the other layers of colours using that same gold limit, Cajun red, garnet red, that is my favourite red, and burnt umber. Quite like the plain paints playing with metallics. And then the mix of blues. All the paints will be in the description, all the different colours that I used and the combination of colours as well. Here's for the swipe. So for the swipe, I'm using a damp paper towel. I just cut it into strips and use strips that I fancy, that in sort of proportion to the canvas I fancy using. So at this stage I didn't realise that I was swiping what was to me looked like a phoenix rising. And also another image that came to mind was the redwood forest in California. So those two images came to mind. It'd be interesting to know what you thought at the end, because at this stage it looks nothing like that. So there's my swiping done, and this felt quite challenging because I'd got the design at the bottom and the top, and by spreading it out I knew I was going to lose some of the other design. But watch what happens as I start tilting. Can you begin to see the phoenix? It was actually my husband that pointed out that he saw a phoenix. I saw the redwood to begin with, but then the phoenix kept coming through as soon as he said it. You know how someone mentions something about your painting, you think, actually, yeah, that really fits. So it'd be lovely to know what you think and what you see. One of the joys of being an artist is creating something and everyone's individual interpretation. And it's whatever makes you happy, it's whatever you see. I never get offended with any of your feedback because it's always what you see as an individual, and I always welcome that and always respect that. So getting rid of the air bubbles now. And a final tilt, and I think we're almost there. I've really enjoyed playing these paints today and doing my kind of ring pour and swipe, definitely. I'm a natural swiper. I have to bring my palette knife everywhere, so using the paper towel is quite a new thing for me. I have used it before in a tree swipe, which I really enjoyed, but I usually use plastic. So here's the close-up of a wet finished painting. And as it dried, it went slightly darker, but more vibrant in many ways too. And it really does show different colours and different lights, as we all know. And I began varnishing it towards the end. I put 2 layers of gloss varnish on. I normally do 4, so I'm probably going to do 2 more because I think this is a keeper. Even though I repurposed the canvas, because I scraped it off and it was level and had no bumps on it, it was fine to use, and I can varnish it and keep it. So here's the finished version. So I just want to say today it's been an absolute joy to be part of this birthday collab for dear Cassie. And up next is the wonderful Bubbles from Venom Art. Then we have the amazing Creations by Christy, the superb Michael, and then we have the birthday girl, beautiful Cassie. Thank you for joining me for today, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I really hope to see you again soon. Take care now. Happy painting. Bye.